Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 211. The noun phrase today is a leap of faith. Okay, let's take a look at the board here. If someone says something is a leap of faith, it is acceptance of an idea or a conclusion mostly based on faith. One is trusting or believing in something that is incapable of being proven. So you just can't prove it. So you just have to take a leap of faith and really hope for the best. Hope that whatever you believe in is really going to come true or really going to happen. All right, let's continue. The origin of this phrase derives from a Latin translation of the words saltus fidei. All right, the fidei, of course, would be the faith. So that's the leap of faith. The Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard is credited with popularizing this term as a metaphor, kind of like a comparison. I think that's comparison without using like or as, so he's comparing it for one's religious belief in God. His point of argument was that God was spiritual and not physical. God is completely separated from man's material world. Thus, God could only truly be understood through faith, not through science or logic. Okay, and actually, this phrase it's used a lot in English, and to be honest, most of the time it's not really specifically about religion or faith in itself, but this is where it came from. And here's 4 examples of how we would hear it used on kind of an everyday basis. So here's the first example. After all the times he got caught lying to us in the past, he now expects us to take a leap of faith and just trust him again? All right. Or number 2 here. In the movie Fugitive, now this is an old movie with Harrison Ford. The character Richard Gimble, played by Harrison Ford, was about to be caught by the police, and he chose to take a leap of faith and dove into a waterfall off a mountain in order to escape here. So he literally took a leap with his leap of faith. Yeah, that was a movie a long time ago. I think it was actually a remake of an old movie where the guy's his wife died. And he heard her on the phone. He tried to rush home. By the time he got home, she was dead. But like usual, when a wife is murdered, sometimes usually the husband becomes the first suspect or the number one suspect. And of course, in the movie, he really didn't do it. And they couldn't really catch the real guy. And the phone call was kind of questionable. They didn't really understand, was she calling for him or was she saying he was the murderer or something like that? Anyway, that really doesn't matter. The point was that he was innocent and he was lucky. I think when they were bringing him to prison, if I remember correctly, I think the bus crashed and somehow that he got away. But anyway, he almost got caught again. The policeman chased him right up to the top of the mountain. He was right there. He had nowhere to go, but, well, either I'm going to die or, I gotta go. I'm not going back in there and going to prison. So that's what he did. He just took a leap of faith and hoped for the best and hoped that he survived that jump. That's what he did. All right, let's look at the third one here. In 2010, a pair of Siamese twins who were attached at the head. Yeah, they were Iranian. They were Iranian sisters. They were attached by their heads, though, so that's a really bad place to be attached. That's why they didn't have this operation until they were, adults. I remember the media had them on for a long time, but they decided to go for it. They took a leap of faith and tried to have the operation to finally be separated. Sadly, though, this one didn't work. They took a leap of faith, and both of them ended up dying. The operation was a failure, but they still took a leap of faith. They just tried to do it. They just tried to go for it. So, you got to be careful. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes in life you just have to take a leap of faith. All right, and here's the last one here, number 4. This is just another one, that we might make up. I know it is an extreme sport. Just try it. You might love it. Sometimes in life, you just have to take a leap of faith and, just go for it. Just do it. There's no guarantee nothing will happen to you. You just got to do it. Okay, anyway. I hope you got it. Hope it's clear. Hope it's very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.